Hey everyone, what's up? I'm Max and welcome to the channel. Today we're diving into something super cool, a lens that claims to do it all. Whether you're chasing wide landscapes or trying to grab that faraway subject, this lens promises an 18.8 times zoom. So get ready, because we're about to explore the Sigma contemporary 16 to 300mm f3.5-6.7 DC OS, and trust me, it's gonna rock your photography world. Now let's get into the details. If you're new to the idea of a super zoom lens, this one is designed to cover a huge range of focal lengths without you having to swap lenses. At its widest, it's 16mm, which is great for capturing wide-angle scenes like landscapes or cityscapes. At the long end, it goes up to 300mm, which lets you zoom in on decent subjects such as wildlife or even a sports event. On an APS-C camera, this roughly translates to an equivalent of 24mm to 450mm on a full-frame camera. What makes this lens particularly interesting is that it is built for mirrorless systems, and it comes in version for several camera mounts. Whether you use an L mount, Sony E mount, Fujifilm X mount or Canon RF mount, there's a version for you. This makes it very flexible if you ever decide to change systems or if you use more than one type. The aperture of this lens is variable. That means at 16mm, the maximum aperture is f3.5. And as you zoom in, it gradually changes so that at 300mm, you get f6.7. This might not be the best for very low light shooting, but many photographers find that the optical stabilization built into the lens helps a lot when you're trying to capture sharp images without a tripod. The stabilization is a great feature that counteracts the slight shakes of your hands, especially at the telephoto end. Another point to note is the build quality. The lens is designed with dust and splash resistance, and the front element has a water and oil repellent coating. This means that while it isn't completely water sealed or waterproof, it's built to handle a bit of rain or a dusty environment, which is really handy if you're out shooting in unpredictable weather. Let's talk about the size. The manufacturer lists the lens's overall length as about 121 to 123mm, depending on the mount. There's no official data that splits this into a closed or extended measurement. Although some images might suggest that the lens looks twice as long when extended, we stick to the published spec to avoid any confusion. So, when you hear 121-123mm, that's the overall dimension given by Sigma, and we should use that as our reference. Before we continue, let's take a quick break. Alright folks, if you're as excited as I am about this lens, hit that like button and stay tuned, because the details are just getting better. Imagine having one lens that covers everything you need without the hassle of switching gear. It's like having a magic wand for photography. Keep watching, because we're about to dive even deeper into what makes this lens a potential game changer for everyday shooters and travelers alike. Now back to the technical details. The lens is constructed with a complex optical design that includes 20 elements in 14 groups. This design is meant to minimize issues like distortion and chromatic aberration, ensuring that your photos are sharp and clear from the center to the edges. The lens also features a zoom lock switch at the wide end. This simple mechanism prevents the lens from extending on its own when you're on the move, which is very useful when you're packing up quickly. For many photographers, especially those who travel or need to be ready for any shooting scenario, having a lens that can handle such a wide variety of focal length is a huge plus. It's not perfect for every situation. If you're shooting in extremely low light, you might miss the constant brightness of a prime lens, but it definitely offers a good balance between versatility and performance. Plus, if you're someone who doesn't have time to change lenses during a shoot, this lens lets you focus on capturing the moment without worrying about swapping gear. I also appreciate the fact that Sigma has made this lens available on several mounts. That means whether you're using a Sony APS-C mirrorless camera or one of the other systems, you can enjoy similar performance and build quality. It really shows how Sigma is aiming to cover a wide range of users with one design. Before I wrap up the technical part, let's take another quick break. Hey everyone, quick shout out if you're loving these details. Let me know in the comments below. Picture this one lens that saves you from lugging around a heavy bag of gear. It's the kind of versatility that makes you go wow every time you pick up your camera. Stay with me because we're about to finish up the deep dive and you won't want to miss what's next. So to sum up everything we've talked about, the Sigma 16 to 300mm f3.5-6.7 DC OS Contemporary is a super zoom lens that promises an 18.8 times range of focal lengths. It's designed for APS-C mirrorless cameras and is available in several mounts, making it a flexible choice. While its variable aperture means it might struggle in very low light conditions at the telephoto end, the optical stabilization and solid build quality help keep your shots sharp. The overall size is officially listed at around 121 to 123 millimeters, and although some images might suggest a longer extended form, we rely on the manufacturer's specification for accuracy. Plus, with features like a dust and splash resistant build, it's a practical option for shooting outdoors in less than ideal weather. In my opinion, if you need a single lens that can cover almost any shooting scenario, from wide landscapes to distant subjects, this could be a very attractive option. It's not about having the absolute best performance in every area, but rather about convenience and versatility. And for those moments when you simply don't have time to switch lenses, this Sigma offers a compelling solution. Boom! That's what I'm talking about, folks. If you're excited by the idea of a lens that can go from ultra-wide to super telephoto without a fuss, then you're in for a treat. Drop a comment if you'd grab this lens on your next shoot, and don't forget to subscribe for more awesome photography tips and gear reviews. Let's keep the energy high and the creativity flowing. Thanks for hanging out with me today and exploring the ins and outs of the Sigma 16 to 300mm f3.5-6.7 DC OS Contemporary. I hope this helps clear things up and gives you a solid idea of what this lens can do. Remember, whether you're a pro or just starting out, the right gear can make all of the difference. This is Max signing off. Stay creative, keep shooting, and I'll see you in the next video.